Noodle Tools makes the process of creating a works cited page much easier for you. In order to go ahead and get your works cited page started, simply log on to Noodle Tools, get to your dashboard, and then open up and select your project. Once you've opened up your project, you have two options to get to your bibliography. There is a link up on the menu bar up top, and there's also the icon a little bit lower down on the screen. Either way you go, you will get to the same works cited page. Once you've arrived at the works cited page, you will go to the Cite a Blank drop-down menu. What you will have to do is select what exactly you are trying to cite, whether it be a hard copy magazine, a book, a video of some sort. Most of you guys will be citing online database articles though from EBSCOhost or one of the other databases provided to you off the library homepage. So once I've selected what I want to cite, I go ahead and click Create a Citation. Now in order to start my citation, I need to go ahead and take a look at it so I know what information to input. Originally, I am asked whether this is original content that appears solely on the database or if it was produced in print somewhere else. Most of you guys will have articles that have either been printed in a journal, magazine, newspaper, or some other source prior to being included on the database. So if I go ahead and open up my article, I'll see that this originally was printed in the USA Today on March 12, 2012. If I'm unaware that the USA Today is a newspaper, I have a couple options. Down here it tells me it's a newspaper. Your article may not have that though. So if I go ahead and click on the hyperlink title of the USA Today, it'll give me some more information about it. It lets me know it's a newspaper and that sort of stuff. So if I was unsure, it can help me figure things out, and also provides the publisher's URL. So if I didn't know what the USA Today was, I can go here, get a look at it, and figure things out from there. But getting back to the article, I would go ahead and to create my citation, I would go ahead and mark that it's from a newspaper. It was originally printed in that format. Hit next. Then it's going to double check some things with me to make sure that what I'm doing is correct. If it's from a newspaper, usually you're just going to go ahead and leave this as is, but please read through. If you're not sure, read through this drop-down menu that comes up when you scroll over the not sure, and it'll kind of help fill in the blanks for you and help you make sure that you're doing the right thing. That said, let's keep going. This is a retrieve from an online database, so I'd keep on going. That's checked. I can go ahead and move on. This is an article. It's not advertisement, editorial, or anything like that. Some of you guys may have editorials. Just keep that in mind. But that said, I can keep moving on. Now, the first thing it's going to do is ask for the name of the newspaper. So if I look back, remember, my article is from USA Today. I can just copy and paste it. Please be careful with copying and pasting though. Make sure, if you look here, it prompts you to make sure that you should be capitalizing the first letter of each word. If you're not sure what to capitalize, I could click on this menu here. This window pops up that tells me what should and should not be capitalized. So here's what should be and what shouldn't be. So I shouldn't be capitalizing articles, prepositions, things like that, unless they're the first word of the title. It doesn't really apply here, but that's good to know because some of you guys will have to deal with that with your articles. Next, it wants to know the author or authors. You may have multiple authors. This article only has the one, Peter Funt. So I can copy and paste that, or I can just go ahead and type it in. Peter, no middle name is given, so I don't put anything. Funt. Suffix is if there's a junior or anything like that. This guy does not have that, so I can keep moving along. It's going to prompt me for the article title. The title is posted up here, so I can copy that, go ahead and paste it. But once again, titles have to be careful what should be capitalized. Alright, so if I look at this, it tells me that every word except for these should be capitalized. So I want to go ahead, capitalize media, popular, losing, and tactic. Next is going to ask for the date of publication. That is given to me March 12th, 2012. So I can go ahead and select that from the drop down. Page numbers may or may not appear for your article. This one does have a page 9A. Some will have it, some will not. So for this one I have it, so I'll put it. If not, I would just leave that blank. Oops. 9A. Additional information, for example, the USA Today is a national newspaper, but that doesn't apply to us right here, so I won't have to worry about it. Save publication. This stuff I can skip. You may have to put it in for most newspaper articles, you will not though. Online retrieval basic information, you could type it in, or what's a lot easier is you choose from a list of library databases, select EBSCO Student Research Center because that's what I'm using for this. The other ones that we have in the school library are listed. So I'll just go ahead and select that. URL. Need to make sure that I use the persistent link down here. I can't use the one up above in the address bar. I must use the persistent link. Oops. So go ahead, copy and paste that in. Make sure there's no extra spaces or anything like that. Double check it, make sure it works. The date that I accessed it is already on there. I don't have to change anything. This is not an annotated source list, an annotated bibliography, so I don't have to put anything there. I can check my citation for errors before I move on. Scrolling through, it looks like I did everything correct, so I don't have to do anything. So I can go ahead and update the citation. And then when I look, it is included with my other sources I've already included. If something looks funny, something looks off, I can go back and edit my citation right here. If needed, I could also delete it if there is a mistake or an error. And when I eventually get to the point where I can make new note cards, I can go ahead and do that right off of this page just by clicking where it says new. And then I can go ahead and